We're about 2 months away from the MLB Draft, and we're going to start talking about prospects that are amateur players. And one of the players we're going to talk about in this video is Dylan Crews, an outfielder with LSU, and this video starts right now. Now, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. We're going to talk a lot about the amateur players that are going to be drafted by the teams. And as you know, the draft will be at the All-Star break. It'll be on the day before the All-Star break begins, that Sunday. It's been great the last 2 years. And we're a little over 2 months away from it, and we're going to talk about it in this video. And we'll talk about certain things that certain people say about the player I'm going to talk about in this video. First up is Dylan Crews, an outfielder from Louisiana State. I'm going to go through his scouting report, his strengths, and his weaknesses. Here we go. For a couple years now, ever since arriving to Baton Rouge, Louisiana State outfielder Dylan Crews has been revered by just about everyone in the baseball industry as one of the most feared hitters on the amateur scene. A career .356 hitter with 40 homers to his name in just 2 seasons, he has put his name in the lights among some of the most impressive bats to ever bulldoze the SEC. The seemingly invincible Crews has bludgeoned pitchers with increasing authority the last 2 years. So how does one get him out? Is he already too advanced for college baseball? Is there a blueprint to balance the scales? Now, the rumor is, and the belief is this is a very strong positional player draft this year. It's been a little weak. The drafts the last few years, just in general, have been kind of weak. But they consider this to be a big positional player draft and not a very deep pitching draft. So just keep that in mind. Long story short, the vast majority of college pitchers are not equipped to go toe-to-toe with Crews. He's going to get his hits. As you might imagine, feeding Crews fastballs is a surefire way to find yourself in hot water. Crews hit .388 with a .705 slugging percentage and an OPS over .1250 against fastballs last season. In 2021, as a true freshman, he had a whiff rate of just about 13% when swinging at heaters. That's pretty good. In 2022, that fell to a tick to 16%, which went up. The average Major League Baseball whiff rate on fastballs 18%. Furthering the narrative, his chase percentage on heaters outside the zone was just 15% in 2022. And MLB chase rate on fastballs is 25%. The chase rate really speaks to the process of Crews. He's a selective hitter. He knows what he wants to hit, and he's more than happy to wait until he gets it. He ranks among the best in college baseball across the board in staying inside the zone. It doesn't matter the pitch. Crews' chase rate as well above average when compared to MLB averages. Now, that's to be expected a bit. Big league pitchers have better stuff. They have better command, and they are more apt to pitching backwards, keeping hitters off balance. Still, Crews ranks in the 90th percentile in college baseball in terms of overall chase percentage at a tick over 18%. So even among his peers, he's awfully close to elite. Where he may be vulnerable is against spin rate. His whiff percentage against sliders in 22 was 41%. For reference, the MLB average is 33%. While he possesses a discerning eye and a grand willingness to stay inside the zone, when pitchers have gotten him to pull the trigger on sliders, they've had some success. That said, he still hit .300 with a .640 slugging percentage against the pitch. Against sliders exceeding 80 miles per hour, he hit just .225 with a .425 slugging percentage and whiffed on 46% of his swings. As slider velocity increases, his shortcomings against the pitch have grown louder. His chase rate increases and his in-zone and out-of-zone contact percentages drop. There's clearly opportunity here for pitchers with big league spin and velocity on their slider, provided they can command pitch on the corner and just off the plate. If it's non-competitive or catches too much at the plate, his track record speaks for itself. There's a similar narrative when it comes to all-speed stuff. In 2022, he posted a 44% whiff rate when swinging at changeups and splitters. The MLB average is 29%. He hit north of .300 on changeups left in the strike zone, so commanding the pitch is absolutely critical. Without question, scouts want to see the contact percentages of secondary weapons tick up for him this season. As he works his way into pro ball, he's going to see bigger, better spin, and he's going to see with more frequency. His contact percentages on sliders and changeups on the black and off the plate just aren't good enough. It'll need improvement as he begins seeing better arms that can work to both sides of the plate with authority and precision. It's hard to really get too concerned for Cruz, however. We're talking about a guy with an elite approach at the plate and a track record of assaulting mistakes. Like any hitter, he will fall victim to the pitcher's pitches throughout his career. Extending at bats by foul or close pitches will without question become an important piece of his development moving forward. But at the college level, so long as he continues to punish pitches that catch too much of the plate, he'll stay awfully dangerous. So, how do you get him out? Well, the numbers splayed out above many may point to a blueprint. Cruz is a rather passive hitter, swinging at just 30% of the pitches he saw in 22. He stays within his approach, so pitchers will have to get his back against the wall. When Cruz gets into a 2-strike counts, that swing rate ups to 50%, including a 48% swing rate in 0-2 counts. This combined with Cruz's whiff rates on sliders off the outside corner might be the schematic. Get ahead in the count and throw slider after slider after slider, hoping he'll chase. So it's kind of like a lot of hitters that you see out there. To get Cruz out, you need big league stuff, plain simple. You need a secondary weapon that is nasty enough to give him a reason to chase. Pitchers must have the conviction and willingness to prioritize getting ahead in the count. Pitch backwards and show willingness to throw spin and off speed and volume, even behind in the count. Getting Cruz to chase is the key. And unfortunately for pitchers at this level, that's next to impossible if you fall behind. Very few college pitchers are skilled enough to live on the black at this point in their careers, and even less have the stuff that would fool Cruz in the first place. Moving forward, as it pertains to Cruz's professional career, he should fly through the low minors. A-ball and high A should pose no threat or no issue. Those pitchers, as a lump generalization, aren't too dissimilar from what he'll see every weekend in the SEC. Most don't have the pure stuff of polish to fool him on a consistent basis. Double A will likely be the hinge point to his development. He'll need to learn how to handle, fouling off more pitches with 2 strikes against advanced arms. As for 2022, it figures to be a long year for pitchers in the SEC with marginal stuff. Now, the rumor is that the Pirates are going to take Cruz number 1. They're playing well currently, but they've been accumulating all these number 1 picks and these top draft picks over the last few years. And this is the first year that the first pick went in the lottery. So the Pirates were lucky enough to get the number 1 pick for this year. And the rumor is they're going to pick Cruz with the number 1 pick. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 2. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.